Hiya. Lovely to meet you. I'm Cassam from HeyUGuys.
Hi.
Now, congratulations on the movie. Can you tell us how long it was in production? How long was it to bring it to the screen?
Or in pre-production, or from when optioning it?
Oh, from optioning it.
From the very beginning? How long have you got?
Was it a difficult process for you, I guess?
Not particularly. I first read the book and met Colm. Met him like 5 years ago, and we got on incredibly well. And his people were negotiating with someone else, but he was like, "You must have it." So that was fantastic. And then we had just done an education with Nick Hornby, and he is a brilliant script writer and writer, but he also captures women incredibly well, I think. So he seemed like the obvious first person to go to. Unfortunately, he loved it as much as we did, and that was that. And then I think finding the right director, and once we found John, it moved very quickly from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what did you like? What did you identify with in the story?
Well, for me, my mum went to New Zealand from Dublin in 1951 and missed home actually probably her whole life. And then I moved here and also have that pull of home. And, you know, the line that Emory says so beautifully, "Home is home," I think is so true. And then the more I thought about it, I thought so many people live somewhere other than where they grew up and will be able to identify with it, as well as it being a kind of fantastic love story.
Yes, and I was going to say, I think also about, you know, a young woman finding her agency in life, making her decisions for herself, finding out what it is she really wants. That's also something that I think people has resonated with people and audiences now.
And can I ask what some of the challenges were in terms of recreating Brooklyn and Ireland of that era?
Yeah, well, Ireland, of course, has changed a lot. There's a lot of satellite dishes and a lot of ugly street furniture, as we call it. So it's just, you know, that's just kind of a lot of cleaning up, removing things, making it look, you know, aesthetically good and, you know, period. So, but Ireland was always going to be a bit easier than recreating New York. And New York has great tax incentives for filming. It's only really if you're going to shoot the whole movie there. So for 3 weeks it didn't really work. So I kind of made up a lookbook of what we were after and looked at all, I'd probably say over 20 cities and countries where you can get incentives, and landed in Montreal, which, you know, works for period Brooklyn brilliantly. And then we did 2 days in New York, a day of brownstones and a day at Coney Island.
I know, I was going to say that although you tried to find brownstones in many different cities, and many cities claimed that they had brownstones, nothing looked like the brownstones in New York. So it really, the ones in Brooklyn, you really had to get that for real, didn't you?
And it sells it. You know, New Yorkers think we made it in New York, because the first shot in New York is in the brownstones at street, and you just lands you right there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Finally, can I just ask a quick word about Saoirse Ronan, the star of the film? Fantastic performance from her. Did you always have her in mind for the main role?
No, well, when we first optioned the novel, she was really too young. So that's one of the other great things about things sometimes taking the time they take. And she, you know, when John came on, he said, "Saoirse's who I'd love to play this role," and it was like she was nearly 20. It was like perfect. You know, we couldn't have done any better, and it's such a transformative role for her, and she's going to have an amazing career.
So to have an Irish actress with that wealth of experience and that talent, who's at the right age for this movie, I mean, it could not have been made more perfectly at that time, you know, for us.
Excellent. Well, it worked out wonderfully. Thank you very much.
Thank
I really
you so
enjoyed the film. Thank you.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!